Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to my channel. So this video is going to be a review of my TVS Ronin. As you can see in front of me, I own a base model of TVS Ronin, black in color. So I bought this bike in 2024. It costed me nearly 1,80,000 or 85,000, somewhat like that. I would like to start the video with a walk around of the bike. Let's start it from the front. For a start, the bike's got LED lightings all around it, be it the headlight, the indicators, all of them are LED. I didn't get this visor when I bought this bike, but without the visor it kind of looks very short. It is a compact bike, no doubt, but as I'm a tall guy, so I have installed this aftermarket visor. It is of the TVS brand, as you can see here. And with the visor, the front end looks a bit taller. If you check into the materials used for the bike, this is metal, that's metal, that's metal as well, that's metal. I don't think this is metal. Oh, that's metal as well. But this kind of is a bit flimsy. There is not much of stickers in this bike, just a TVS logo, Ronin written here, a TVS badging in the engine. I got a little scratch on the exhaust. This is the stock exhaust with a metal covering, not to burn your legs. Behind the tail light is also LED. It seems like it is integrated with the chassis, but it's not. This is a plastic material and it holds the tail light. This is metal. There is a metal clamp here and which holds this number plate. There is a grab rail as well, a pretty sturdy one. We can also see a sari guard, and lucky me, it's a small one. Doesn't look like a barbecue grill. We have standard rubber foot pegs. We also get a double stand along with the side stand. As for the engine, it's a 225cc single cylinder 4-stroke 4-valve SOHC setup with oil cooling system here. So what happens is engine oil is pushed to this radiator, where this radiator cools the engine oil and sends it back to the engine. The maximum power the engine produces is 20.4 PS at 7750 RPM, and the torque is 19.93 Newton meters at 3750 RPM. Gearing is 5-speed with assist and slipper clutch. Clutch feel is pretty light. We also have a hazard light. You could see that. Let me switch it off. The engine here is not a long stroke nor a short stroke. It's a square one. The bore in stroke is 66 into 66 mm. As for the shock absorbers, these are Showa suspensions, upside down forks. In the rear, we have a monoshock, which is not adjustable. So this is the base variant. That is why it is single channel ABS only, which means the rear is a disc brake, but it doesn't have an ABS. Well, I don't even need ABS in the rear because I usually go on the bad roads, and without ABS it's much fun to ride. Let's talk about the instrument cluster here. It's a digital instrument cluster. It's not in the center but on the left side of the handlebar. We have a side stand indicator, ABS sign, neutral indicator, gear positioning indicator. That's the speedometer, time, odometer, trip A. We can change it to trip B. We also have distance to empty on this bike. The RPM up to 12, but usually I change the gear at 4000 RPM. Here we also have two ABS modes, like it can be changed from here, from urban to rain. In the rain mode, the ABS is a bit stronger because we don't want the bike to slip in the wet surface. But in the urban mode, the ABS is a bit weak, where we can stop the bike wherever and whenever we want. Let's switch it off. If you see the rear view mirrors, they're pretty handy. Actually, it doesn't give a wide view. It can give you a wide view, but I don't like the setup like this. So it's better like this. You can see far off distance. So I would like to talk a few words on the pros and cons of this bike. First thing is the build quality is quite good. Metals everywhere, metal here, metal here, metal in the front mudguard, metal in the rear mudguard. Secondly, I would like to talk some good about the shock absorbers because they are Showa. I didn't like the gold anodized USB forks. That is why I went for the base variant. These Showa USDs works perfectly fine. I have been on really tough terrains and works good for me. At the rear, it has a bit less play, but it can be ignored. Okay, so I have installed this. Now this is a big con, I can say. It really needed a tire hugger because whenever you are riding in the wet conditions, the tire throws mud up to here, and whoever is riding or sitting as a pillion, they get the mud splashes on them. I believe the new version has a tire hugger and it has also an elongated rear mud flap as well. If I get a chance, I'll show you the new version of the TVS Ronin. And there is another con I would like to talk about. So the second con of this bike is that it has only 5 gears. That is a big no-no in the highway because you feel the need for a 6 gear when you are doing a bit of high speeds. You can see my previous videos where I have been to Tawang with this bike on a solo ride. About the performance, I would like to say there is no shortage of torque. Of course, there is a shortage of the 6th gear on the highway, but we don't need 6th gear for hilly terrains because there are a lot of twists and turns for which we don't actually get a chance to engage the 6th gear or hardly can get a chance to engage the 5th gear. As far as the torque is concerned, I think it's abundant. It has 19.9, nearly 20 Newton meters of torque. Good for a solo rider. I'm not sure about if the torque is abundant for 2 people in this bike, but for 1 person, a solo rider, it's perfect. I haven't installed any of those crash guards or anything. This seems enough. I don't ride really fast. That is why I don't usually fall off the bike, even on difficult terrains. The brake bite is pretty good. It works most of the time, but harsh braking on the rear brake could let the bike skid a little. So that's it on this TVS Ronin. Let's go take a ride. Alright folks, this is the first time I've made a review video along with a POV of this sort. If there's anything that I need to improve to meet your liking, ping me with your suggestions in the comments section. And if you think this video is spot on, then do hit the like button. Share it with your friends and families, and do stay subscribed to keep getting such contents. Until the next vlog, take care.